Diets, diets, so many diets. Okay, let's talk about diets and why they're all bullshit. What's going on, everybody? Mr. Fitness here, and welcome back to the channel. And today, as you can tell by the title, we're talking about diets and diet plans and how they're garbage and how they're doing more damage to you than helping you. You know, there's so many out there, and if I sat here and started naming them off, that would be literally the entire video. But what I want to get into is calories and even touch on macros just a little bit. You know, and the basic thing you got to understand is I don't care what your friend did or your sister did or whoever did anything and talking about I lost 20 pounds in a week or whatever. Think about this. Right now, what you want is 1 to 3 pounds of body fat loss per week. You can do that. That's what we want, and we want that, and you're going to remain very healthy at it. All these other diets, quick fixes, again, are very short-term oriented. And that once you go off of them, typically you're going to put the weight back on. And typically you're not going to stay on them anyway because they are so restrictive. And I know there are people out there that love to have the paper and something telling them this is my breakfast, this is my lunch, this is my snack. But we want to look at something that's a little more flexible that gives you the option to pick and choose things you like. So you don't have to be restrictive. You can eat what you want to eat, basically, and that's where the macros comes in. And what we want to talk about also is a little bit how a calorie is not necessarily a calorie. And that comes in huge, huge when we start getting into the macros. Now, like I said, we're just going to touch on a few things here because you can get really in-depth into the if it fits your macros thing. So we're not really going to delve all the way into it. If we want to get into that further, again, that is what I do. So if you're interested in that, get a hold of me. I'll give you some info at the end of this video, and we can go over it and get you set on a healthy path to weight loss. Or even weight gain, as the macro diet can be used for weight gain. So what you're looking at now is the calories is, if you take 3,500 calories, is basically what you're looking at equals 1 pound of fat loss. Let me say that again. 3,500 calories is 1 pound of fat loss. So people who get up one day and they say, oh, I lost 3 pounds from yesterday. Did you lose 3 pounds of actual fat? Think about that. Just think about that for a minute. So it's basically about calories in versus calories out. We know scientifically, if you burn more calories than you intake in a day, you are going to lose weight. That's just how we're made. That's just a scientific fact. If you eat a surplus of calories, you are going to gain weight. This stuff is not very complicated. People tend to make it more complicated than it needs to be. If you eat healthy, eat right, exercise, get rid of the alcohol, get rid of the pop and all that garbage, and eat right, eat clean, and work out, you'll be just fine. And this actually is going to help you kind of get there. So we want to talk about calories, don't we? So what we're going to do, and we're going to talk about calories, is I'm going to give you a special number here. And it's probably backwards to you, but it's 449. This is a very important number when we're talking about macros, because basically what we're looking at is everything is going to have calories. Your protein, your carbs, your fat has calories in it, and that's what we're looking at here. So basically the 4 is going to go to our protein. Okay, so we know that there's going to be 4 calories in every gram of protein. The second 4 is going to go to our carbs. Again, I'm pretty sure this is backwards to you, but so there's also 4 calories per gram of carbs. Now we're going to talk about our fats, and fats go right over here to the 9 because they get 9 calories per gram of fat. And basically, this is going to give you an idea because this is kind of the basis we use to figure out your macros. So if you're having something that is 10 grams of protein, you can easily look here and see that there's 4 calories per gram in protein. So 4 times 10 is 40. So you're having 40 calories that's coming out of your protein for that meal. And you're going to do the same for carbs and fats also. This is a very, very extremely good way of, and again, I don't like to use the word dieting, but this is an extremely good measure for weight loss, because it is a very flexible weight loss plan you can be on. It's very doable. You can still eat the things you like, and that's where the term comes in, if it fits your macros. If it fits your macros, you can eat it. So you don't have to cut out stuff you don't like. You just have to prioritize what you're eating. You have to prioritize your proteins and your carbs, okay? Typically, as far as your protein goes, that's a no-brainer because you usually typically want to get 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day. Now, once we get into this and we start going through carbs, fats, and overall calories for the day, your maintenance calories, surplus calories, or calorie deficit. Like I said, this can get really integral. It don't have to be very complicated, but if it's something you would like to do and something you'd like to know about and you're interested in as far as losing a few pounds, like I said, you can reverse it and actually increase it to put on a few pounds. But typically, of course, everybody's interested in weight loss. So it will help you get there, and it will help you get there in a realistic, healthy way. The reason I really like this is also because it is so flexible, but it's backed up by actual real science by people that are a whole heck of a lot smarter than me that actually support this and have facts to back it up that it will work. And it does work if you follow it every single day, and it becomes a habit. And it'll become second nature with what you're doing, so you don't really got to think about it. You just know it, and you learn eating habits, and you learn healthy eating habits, because that's what's important, and that's what's going to get you to your goal. No matter what it is, it's going to get you there, and it's going to get you there in a healthy way. Well, that's about all I got for you today, guys. If you want more information on this, follow me on Instagram at MrFitness32. Please subscribe to the channel. If you would like to also contact me, 734-497-9935. Shoot me a text if you're interested in learning about anything to do with dieting and macros or personal training sessions. I'm always available. I'm always here to answer any questions you have. And as always, remember, I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps.